All right, here we are in
Mhm,
another shot. This is the elevator alley, or
mhm.
the chamber that goes down to Akudo's chamber. And this is different from obviously the manga. For those of you that read the manga, that's a little bit different in context. So, but it was a. I'm not sure. This shot was long from the very beginning, the early edits,
Yes,
huh? Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I think it was part of like some of the first edits. I think we knew we wanted to descend into the darkness.
Mhm.
I think it's such a powerful shot, and it's also was really complicated to make happen.
Yes, it's hard. It's hard to do the texture.
Yeah, the texture is everything. Everything. The funny thing is, this is a little slightly out of sync. This shot is actually from the. Let me see if I can grab the actual tribute video because
Mhm.
it'll align a little bit better if we go back a little bit. But let's see, or actually maybe a little bit forward. It cuts out, but just in sequence with the actual frame that's here, because it was modeled. The whole thing was modeled. If we go and grab the
Yeah,
reference here, it was mostly just trying to find a good way to
yes.
put all the
Fusion
modeling together.
316, right?
Yeah, yeah, Fusion 360. Yeah, so the way that I learned how to model was actually in CAD, which is really weird because this is not like a typical approach to modeling. And it's really great for certain things like booleans and chamfering and doing fillets and stuff, but like for certain things, polymodeling is a lot faster too. So, but this is the interface for Autodesk Fusion 360, and here's some of that. And then we bring it into Cinema, and then we'd add extra details and extra bits and pieces just to kind of finish out the shot. And then Mike had his way and his hand at modeling. I mean, not modeling, but of texturing the models, and it was quite a bit of back and forth on these ones, I think, huh?
Yes.
It was difficult. Yeah, because with the texturing, it's not like these are UV'd and you can make custom textures for it. So it's all kind of procedural. So you don't really
Mhm.
have, you have to like be constantly fighting tiling and all that kind of stuff too, which is really
Cubic.
difficult. Yeah,
Yes.
it's exactly it's cubic, and you're kind of just adjusting parts of the parameter for that, which is kind of kind of challenging in and of itself. But I think the results worked out pretty solid, and I think it's pretty close. It's definitely an alteration, but it's still kind of similar.
Mm.
Yeah, like it has that dark feel. Um, I think that was one of the goals, was to kind of descend deeper into the edit and the piece too, and using it as an edit device that would kind of help us, fall into that the darkness too. So, but yeah, this was a challenging shot, and it's kind of funny that we only use so much of it, and it's like you never know, right? You just kind of put your best foot forward and you try to capture it as best as you can, and then you never know what's going to make the final take. You just do the best you can, and yeah, it's pretty. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's not much to say about this shot actually, because I think it speaks for
Yes,
itself, really.
yes, it's quite straightforward.
Yeah.
You did, yeah, it's just to do the model and do the texture. That's all.
Yeah, it's modeling and texturing, and it's just as complex and matching this thing. And I think one thing that I was having to figure out, and this is a very early age time of me modeling, is that I would take like the reference material like this, and I'd go, okay, well, I can't model it like this because I can't model in that perspective. So I'd have to figure out a way of
Yes.
breaking up how it looks, and
Hmm.
so that when you brought it in here, the
Hmm.
scale was proper, and
Yes.
things matched up properly and stuff. And this is an early part of the shot, but I think that's like, yeah. So the frame that this is from right here is right here. So it's down close to the end of the shot. Actually, is the screenshot that's from the manga. So, and it's this whole tracking shot, basically. It goes all the way down. But yeah, I think you did a couple different passes on the textures. We went back and forth and stuff
Mm-hmm.
too. And yeah,
Yes.
you're using displacements and stuff too to get this like this
Yes.
textured feel and stuff. So, but yeah, this shot is really quite straightforward. And again, it's like trying to pay it a homage as entirely as possible, but at the same time also advancing it in his own way.
Yes.
Complicated stuff.
Yes, I used a bunch of textures from Polygon.com.
Oh yeah, Polygon.
Yes.
Yeah, they have some really outstanding textures,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of it was, I think the Polygon really like. I remember seeing quite a bit of the resources in almost all the files. There were some really good Polygon textures that were just like they worked so well in conjunction with everything. So
Yes.
yeah, I think we could probably have just played with this file and this shot, like all of them, forever. Really, it's like never ending, you know. So, but no, I'm really quite happy with this shot, and I think it worked out well, and I think it complements the piece really well too. So, yeah, I think that covers it though for this one, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty straightforward shot. Modeling, and again, as you watch these videos, you're gonna see that a lot of the times. These things kind of repeat over and over. You know, it's like we model them based on source material, then we'll texture them, and we light it, and animate it, and then render it and composite it, and then that's when it's done. But it's a long process, and it takes a long time. And through the process of it, again, we were trying out different tools and different practices and stuff that what we weren't necessarily new to. You know, I think when we were doing this, I wasn't even aware of how to model like splines and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, so like it was so new. All these things were so new, and it's kind of good, you know, because you fail through these processes, and you kind of it's good to fail, because then you know like how to get better. You know what you're not good at, so that you can then advance. You know, so
Exactly.
yeah, and I think this was one of those shots. This was kind of an early on shot too, I think, and it was a tough shot to do, but I'm happy with the results, and it's never finished, but it's done for now. So yeah, pretty happy with it.
Yes.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to talk about for this shot?
No, it's okay. It's done.
Yeah, we're done with this one. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, see you guys.